Did you hear that?
They did. It sounds like you're calling some
This is
recorded.
receiving call from
Two talking
North
fools.
Staff inmate
Oh, yeah.
number 6969.
You know what? I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast. Oh gosh, we are actually remote.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay. As you can tell, Shabba is not feeling good, but I kind of begged her, pleaded. I'm like, we have not podcasted together. Wow, what was that accent that just came over me? It was like my other person.
Together. We have not podcasted together.
We haven't podcasted together since the whole Lala thing. So anyways, welcome back to the podcast. We are the two talking fools, just two average, and I mean average girls taking their phone calls to the podcast.
You're welcome.
So we are remote. We're going to call this Sauna Sessions because I'm at home in the sauna. Today's my day off. Shabba is not feeling well at all, but I'm like, you need to please come on to the podcast. So we're actually recording remote. And so if you hear a difference in the quality, I do apologize, but I still hope you love the content, Shabs.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of
get the job done.
A lot of amazing things have happened post Lala miniseries. First of all, we've like our numbers are through the roof. All that,
Thank you, everybody. It's awesome. I love it. Thank you.
I think people I loved interview. She was an easy interview.
Oh, she was. She was very chill.
I think the number one thing I heard from I would say at least 20 people that offered feedback was it was so easy to hear from her in the sense that she is sorry for what she's done and she is trying to make amends with that in a very sincere way.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like it's very easy for people to, say, oh my goodness, the heroine queen of Stafford. And so you pass judgment. We all have done that. I've definitely passed judgment on people. But, after you talk with her, she's definitely a very humble person. She's not pointing blame. She takes responsibility for her actions, and she's definitely learned a lot. And in turn, is teaching a lot of people how to better themselves as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's a beautiful story of redemption,
I'm so glad that we got to tell it. People also said they really enjoyed the natural conversation, which I appreciate as well. It was great. I kind of have withdrawals from that whole thing. It was so captivating. I looked, and I think we realize now, Shaba, that's where we should be going is I couldn't wait every day to release the episode, not only for people to listen to, but also for us, because just because we record it, it's not like we're necessarily honed in paying attention because we're thinking about a million other things. What are we going to ask next? How are we going to sync up with one another? And so to listen to them was just as awesome, I think, for the listeners as it was for us.
No, for sure. And it was nice to be able to ask, the questions that we asked, both the ones that people had emailed in and then the questions that we had as well, too, because, I kind of feel like sometimes when it comes to certain things in life, I've lived a very sheltered life. So it's nice to be able to ask these questions that are on your mind and have somebody who's very open to educating and answering these questions for those of us that are unaware of what being locked up is like, or, people that are there and things like that. It almost makes everybody more human,
100%. And there was one question we talked about, it was one of the ones we got from our guests, and I wanted I don't think Lala she answered it awesome. But it's true, she's not just an example for people that get locked up. She's an example for everyone who has made mistakes in their life that are, how they feel might be large, severe mistakes, this, that, or the other thing.
Right, right.
I think she shows that like life can go on. You can find redemption. There is a thing called second chance, but she always says, like throughout, as long as you take accountability. And I think that's profound.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth because I think it would have been different hearing the story if there wasn't any accountability that came into play with that. But just to hear her, just say that she made the decisions that she made, and by making those decisions, there were consequences, and she had to, pay for those consequences. I think
Right.
that was very big of her.
You said it. If you didn't feel the remorse from her, this could come off as like, oh my God, that girl is nothing but she's an asshole. Like she deserved everything she got. She hasn't learned a thing. That real talk, that's what they would have said.
Right, but it was quite the opposite, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. And it was nice that she was able to answer even the goofiest of questions too, because I think when you watch shows and you watch movies, a lot of it is, for entertainment purposes. But, I had a lot of interesting questions that I wanted to ask just from things that I've seen too. And it was nice for her to be able to be so open about it.
Like I'm still giggling every time I think about it. If you and I were cellmates, right? And
Oh,
that
don't make me laugh. Oh my
and
God, my head
okay,
hurts so bad. Oh
and
my
the
God,
prison
and my
guard
throat. Don't make me
had to
laugh.
go by every 30 minutes with his flashlight, and every 30 minutes he would see the same person on the toilet, the same head on the toilet.
Oh my God. Don't make
And one night it could be you, and to be fair, one night it could be me. But
not make oh my God.
you would be inmate number 69, and that
Oh my
and you'd be like, "Oh my God, Mr. Blah blah, I am so sorry. Something about like tonight's meatloaf, it hit me so wrong. I am so sorry."
my God, I can't. I'm trying so hard not to laugh because my head hurts. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. And like honestly, like
Huh.
b- no, I don't care how bad you feel today. Could you please watch at least a couple episodes of Orange is the New Black? Please, please.
I know. I need to find the remote though. It's like
Oh, you'll
wrapped up in
find
my
it.
blanket somewhere.
I can come over and help you find it. I want you to watch this show. Everybody is going to be
I
like,
know.
why isn't she watching it?
I know it stinks when your TV remote is the same color as your sheets and your blanket.
What color are your sheets?
Black, everything's black, but I gotta change them after tonight when I muster the energy to get up and change the sheets and everything and
Shaba.
disinfect. I'm going
Shaba.
from black to white. What?
You have black sheets?
Yeah, everything's black.
Are they silk?
My pillowcases are silk pillowcases.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is so amazing.
Yeah, but everything's gonna be white after I change it though.
Oh my God. It's like yang to the yang.
Yeah, for sure.
The other day, so we have a couple exciting things to talk about. First of all, for those that are listening, and Shaba, I didn't even tell you about this, so everybody's hearing it now. There was a couple people I wanted to get on the show. I had reached out to their teams and I said, hey, listen, take a listen to the podcast and see what you think. We'd love to have you on the show. And surprisingly, one person was like, "Ooh, you." They didn't say "ooh," but they were like, "Oh, you guys talk a lot about incarceration and things like that. How would I best fit in?" I'm like, "No, no, no. That was just a mini series." So just to clarify, the podcast is like it's Kate and Shabba, and then we have guests on, and then we're going to call these like either mini or micro series. We talk about a vast range of topics, so don't be afraid to come on the show. I thought that was so
For
funny.
sure. For sure. We welcome everybody.
So it's like it's such a fine line of like as soon as you start like going in a direction, people are going to automatically assume that's where you're going. This podcast is about all different things. We all want to learn different things here.
Yeah, but nobody needs to put baby in the corner, and I don't want to see them put this podcast in a corner either because, like you said, we talk about a wide range of topics. It's not just one specific area or another. You know what I mean?
I feel like
We
we
have
do talk
listeners from everywhere, so we need to be able to
right,
relate to everybody.
right. Like technically we talk about bowel movements more than anything, I feel like, you know.
Oh my
So
God.
so but we have an exciting oh, something just made a really nice noise. We have exciting news for everybody. If you didn't see the announcement on our social media, we have a guest coming on the 16th. This is going to be a remote interview, just as Lala's was. It'll just be audio. But we are going to be having on Carissa Montes. Girl, this girl comes with receipts, girl.
Hey kid, I looked her up. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. Then
She's like absolutely like comes with receipts. Her thing is like she wants to find you a match, and she talks about how she can do this within like 6 months. It's absolutely wild to me. But just to go over her stuff again, Carissa Montooth is a dating strategist, love coach, healer, author, and international speaker. She holds advanced degrees in psychology and counseling and has written extensively about topics relating to relationships, love, personality types, personal development, and the power of creating change through mindset shifts. She is a certified awakening dynamics energy healer, practitioner, and a sixth generational healer, and she's here on the podcast on the 16th. So if you guys have questions, twotalkingfools@gmail.com. And one of the things we're going to talk about like is online dating. But dude, I'm going to say something right now.
I'm
Shams,
nervous. Oh God.
no, no. But one thing, I will send it to you privately, but she talks about different personality types of men or men that you can be dating. And one of the ones she talks about in a clip is, and I forgot what she named it, but it's when you're on a date or you're dating somebody and it's very early on, and they do this thing where like they make every conversation go sexual. Literally the most frustrating thing ever. She talks about it. And she categorizes this and like various other personality traits. And as soon as I started listening to her, I'm like, yep, I need her. We need her on the podcast. We need her on the podcast.
What about the ones that, I'd be curious to ask her, what about the ones that are like stunted, like, they're middle age and still living in high school? I'd be curious to know about those. How do you spot them from a mile away? Mm.
Oh, that's no, that's facts. That's facts. Some people just do not grow out. Like they
Yeah, they're
just do
still
not
stuck in
grow
high
out.
school. Yeah. Yeah, the stunted ones.
And remember, we talked about off air, we kind of talked about this. Like, if you're in a small town, like you notice it comes out in me, especially when I play softball. When softball season comes, it's like you're bringing Kate right back to 1999, 2001, and 2. 4 years of high school, playing with my buds, cut to now we're all in our 40s practically. Some of y'all still in your 30s. There goes that accent. There goes that accent again that just started randomly coming out.
Oh my gosh.
And then we talk about the high school days and stuff. And sometimes, like we'll have beers in afterwards. And it's just fun. And it feels like the good old days. And I love that. But we're still, we're still women making progress. We ain't stunted.
We're not, but there's definitely some
Sucks.
people of the opposite gender I feel like are stunted and they're never gonna be able to grow up, unfortunately.
I think,
That's what I mean about stunted.
oh, facts, dude. They just never grow up.
Yeah.
They never grow up. It's the same antics over and over and over.
Yeah. It's nobody, and to make it clear, it's nobody in particular. It's just in general. It's just
Okay.
experiences, you know what I mean?
We're very demure. We're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
mindful. It is never about anybody in particular because
Yeah,
we're
no,
too
of course
demure for
not.
that.
Right, right. Of course not. But
You know?
I definitely have questions for her. I'd have to think about as well.
Oh yeah, start jotting them down. I can't wait. But like the online dating thing for sure. I know there's a lot of people, and I'm just gonna ask her point blank, like, where do you even look for somebody if it's not the workplace and it's not at a bar, it's not online? Where do you meet people?
This is, I mean, this is valid. Home Depot. I don't think you can't go wrong if you go to Home Depot.
Shava, can I tell you that's why I think you're truly amazing? Is because
Don't make
is
me feel
no. I want to honor you, my friend,
Home
because
Depot
yes.
hurts so bad.
Listen, I sell tile for a living. I can tell you one thing that I know holds true. Find a guy. No, this is rude because not every guy is handy. I'm not saying that guys that are handy, but if you want to save a lot of money as a homeowner and maybe you make enough where you don't need this, but find a handy guy. Handy, a handy guy will do all these projects and it's like, bam. So yeah,
Home
Home
sounds
Depot,
magical to me. Home Depot. Yeah.
Shaba. We want you to, we're going to roll up on home. That's where we're going to start. Oh, Shaba,
I know
I
what
know
you're
where we're going to
thinking.
hang out, bud.
I know what you're thinking.
Yes.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh because my head
No,
hurts
sweetie,
so bad.
don't. This is a, you know why this is a great idea? We're going to get coffees.
I know.
And
I can
instead, we're
totally
going
see
to
it.
go, we're just going to walk the aisles of Home Depot. And
And talk to poor innocent people.
well, I'm going to be your wing woman. And you're going to pretend like you just like, we'll just pretend you're doing a project. That's all we'll just say. A very small project.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I might have to record for this one.
We will go down the clock aisle too.
Yeah, but remember the last time I was working on a project that I just heard what you said. Ow. Everything hurts.
Oh, the
Remember
last quote unquote project we
home
worked on.
project? Remember that?
Oh, bro, that was magical. Truly.
My traditional mob house. Oh my gosh.
My traditional mob house. I'm gonna use it at work. I'm like, okay, you're trying to go for the mob traditional house. Okay, makes
It was,
sense.
oh my God, it was so out there.
Dude, it was wild. It was
It was
like
wild.
what you designed was like Tony Montana, cocaine all over the table, Cuba, 19, whatever. Yeah.
But listen, here's the thing though. I believe in method acting, so I had to like really get into my character and I had that vision. So I had to go with it, when shopping this particular company.
Bro, I'm just telling you right now, I am like, and I'm enjoying this so much where I'm just sitting to you talking in 145-degree heat, literally sweat. This is great, Shabs. Like, I wonder if people are going to love these sauna sessions.
Sauna session. Oh, I can't even
Sauna session, sauna session, Shabba sessions,
sauna sessions
sauna
with
set.
Kate and Shabba.
I think it's got to be sauna sessions with Shaba. I wish my name was a Shasha.
Shasha?
Well, wait a second. Madame Baleka used to call me Chantal in French class.
Oh, really? I was Sandrine.
What?
I'm Sandrine.
So we could do sauna sessions with Sandrine and Chantal.
I was Sandrine in French class. I wanted to be Yvonne because that's my Grammy's name, but
Like you can't just no, you can't just like determine that your name's Yvonne.
right. So I had to be Sandrine.
Did she just make that up? I love Madame. This is no slight to her. Y'all don't come for me, but did she make it up?
I don't even remember where I got that from or like how she created, like how she picked that out, but I just remember being Sandrine.
I love it. I love it.
Mm,
I think Madame probably had fun with our names. Like there can't be like direct translations for everything.
right. I'm sure she did too.
So it sounds to me like Shaba, you're a sun dream, right?
Sandrine.
Sun dream.
Mhm.
Mhm. Cool.
Sandrine. Chantal. That's pretty.
Yeah, it was honest work. It got me through. I really struggled in French class. I'm not going to lie to you, buddy.
Really, I loved French class.
Yeah, I'm sure, Madame was very generous, very liberal with her grading of me because what I lacked in, skills, I made up for with my charm and humor.
I hear you, bud. I hear
Everybody
you.
can appreciate that.
For sure.
I actually probably annoyed her, if I'm being fair, because I used to go into her class and she used to have that like Michelin man, and I used to steal that thing all the time. I used to run in and run right out.
Well, I could tell you that on our Europe trip, it was definitely not boring. That's for sure. It was either between the kids trying to steal from her and me grabbing a hold of one of them, which apparently she still tells this story till this day, or us trying to sneak out. It was never a boring moment.
You tried to sneak out, Shabs.
Yeah, and then the upperclassmen snitched on us.
You were in Europe, for God's sakes. Go to bed.
I know, but exactly what you said. It was Europe. Our room, we had a balcony room on the main street, on that main strip. And these people were walking by and there was a party going on.
Oh, God.
So we were going to sneak out and got snitched out. But now looking at it, I'm like, you know what could have happened? Next thing you know, we would have been on the news. They're
Oh, my
looking for
God.
like 3 high school students that went missing in France.
Gosh. I was almost going to call you Shayna just now. Shaba, Shaba, Shaba.
I know. Can you believe that? Talk about irresponsible. Yeah.
No.
Bit of a wild
That's,
child.
no, you gotta have a little fun, Shabs. Hey, look at life now. It's all work and no play.
Oh, can we talk about something too, really
Yes.
quick?
I would love
So,
for you to take the floor, baby.
yeah, let's talk about something really quick.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had a debate with the girls yesterday about what was appropriate what was appropriate attire for church, right? And Nessa says she wanted to wear jean shorts. So I said she's not wearing jean shorts to church. It's not appropriate. Like you can wear a dress, a skirt, wear like a nice top with leggings, but you're not wearing jean shorts, right? So it comes up again after service. And one of the ladies I sing in the choir with came over. So I asked her her opinion. And so you know what she says to me? She goes, Sheena, as long as they're here, it doesn't really matter what they wear. So of course the girls look at me and they're like, Mom, told you so. So then I asked my bonus mom that's there, and I'm like, Diane, I need your help. And she's like, What? I said, What, like, do you feel jean shorts are appropriate attire for church? She said, Sheena, we're in the day and age people could wear what they want. I mean, they're here, they want to be comfortable. Why not? So, of course, I'm sitting here talking to two women that are not twice my age, but they're older, right? And I'm sitting here looking like I'm like the oldest one in the group because I'm telling my kids not to wear that. So I've realized that I've dated myself because I'm a lot more strict than I realize that I am. And I learned this yesterday. Like, man, I'm really getting old. I really am.
I have I have a couple thoughts here.
Go for it.
There in my family, not in my family, my immediate family, I think it goes to be said like as long as you're comfortable, don't wear anything like too crazy, but as long as you're here, you're present, it's fine. So, yes, to Diane's point and the other person you asked. Yeah, I agree with that they're there. But also, I look at how you were raised. I look at your standards. I look at, and I think that plays a role into it. And that is why, like, I have a huge affinity for the Jamaican culture. Like, ever since, like, I've learned so much from you, like, just about it. And I mean that, like, with sincerity. I'm not
Of
surprised. You're
course.
bringing what your past generations, you talk about. For you, it's like you expect the girls to be like you respect your elders. It's like first and foremost,
Oh,
like
for sure. For
right.
sure.
So I get it. It's like, yeah, you're just trying to bring what you were taught, right? How you are yourself. It's just true, Shaba.
Yeah, but then I'm like, oh my goodness, you have these women that are, in their 60s or 70s. And I'm like, oh my goodness, am I really mentally aged? I'm trying to think of the appropriate word. And I was like, wow, maybe I need to come back to reality because apparently I am really strict. I did not realize that.
No, there's parts of like the extended family and other families I know, they would not allow that. They just wouldn't.
Mm.
Especially a lot of like Catholic people I
Beeping,
know.
by the way.
Huh?
Do you hear beeping?
I do. Every so often, it just reminds me that we're still here, I suppose, to let you know that you're still being recorded as well.
Oh, okay, good.
So
I just
that's
wanted
for
to
your
make sure it
benefit.
wasn't a part of like me not feeling well or something. Then I'm hearing stuff because I was like, oh,
Oh, I
we
won't
might have
mess with you today, bud. No,
we might
it's
have a
just letting you
problem.
know. It's letting you know that Kate's recording you. You're
Gotcha.
at your will.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you that though. I was like, oh my God, I'm old. I'm getting old.
You know what? The world changed so fast, Shabs. The world changed so fast. I don't think I ever went to church up the street from you. I don't ever think I went there with jean shorts on. I don't think my mom would allow it. I think I always had to wear at least just nice pants, whether it was jeans or at least, but no holes or anything.
Right. That's what I told the girls.
But we old,
No
girl.
holes.
We old. I can't even believe how it doesn't even seem real, Shabs, how we got here so fast.
I know. It feels like just yesterday I was doing silly stuff in high school.
The other thing I did want to talk about, though, I wish her, some days, enjoy your youth, kids. You talk about that with your kid. I tell that to Adriana, be a kid. If you're going to play your adult for the rest of your life, be a
For
kid
sure.
now. Just enjoy it and whatever. But the other thing I want to talk about too is like just how busy life is right now. And like just the fact that like after we were talking before on the phone, how you can't even play catch up on rest or even have one day off or anything like that. And it's just the world is so busy right now. I feel it too. I feel like my head is going in a million different directions. Like I can't ever just breathe. It's always, okay, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? What are we doing next? What needs to be done? What do I have to do here? But you know what I mean?
For sure. And I typically, and I definitely hear you. I typically look forward to the weekends, right? Because, you would think that that's the time where life kind of slows down a little bit. But I'm finding, uh, excuse me, the closer and closer we get to the end of the school year, I just feel like every weekend just gets busier and busier. And it's bringing one kid here, bringing another kid here, picking up multiple kids, dropping off multiple kids. It's nonstop.
Dude, it's wild. It's wild how busy it is. And I forgot, you're right, Shots. I forget that we're already in May. I forget that.
I don't. I'm counting down, man. I'm counting
Right.
down.
Because you and I aren't going to be as busy once the summer hits.
Yeah, but I feel like we just had this conversation. It feels like not too long ago, and now we're back here. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we had this conversation
But
last year.
I think once school's over, it's got to slow down. It's got to slow down, Chubbs.
No, I think you're right.
But yeah, that's what we talk about, you guys. Sauna sessions. We talk about how freaking busy our life is.
Sauna Sessions with
Oh,
Kate and
also,
Shabba.
hey, could I bring up something real quick?
Yeah.
This was this was something that I touched on in a previous episode, but as you and I discussed, literally nobody goes back and listens to any of the 90 episodes we have. You guys just want what's out. You don't want to listen to any of the older stuff, which is some of the best stuff. Like
I was gonna say some of them are gems.
Shaba's never going to tell you the Long Island story again.
Nope.
We're never rehashing that again. So if you ever want to
Nope.
hear the craziest story of your life, you need to go back. And if I don't see, like, you're a fool not to. But
And I have witnesses.
so, okay, thank you for letting me have the floor on this. This is a plug for a company that has a product that really works for me. And I would like to bring it up to you if I could ever find it. You know what I mean, Shubs?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did I reach out to this woman? Give me one second here. Is there anything you want to say, Shubs? Oh,
Dude, I feel groggy. My head feels like it's gonna explode.
here it does.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well,
I'm struggle busing right now.
okay. So here it is. This is the last, and then we're going to get off. This product here, no, this isn't even it. This isn't even the right product. Are you kidding me? Hold on.
Take your time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being so kind to me. Yes, this is it. Okay. My whole life, I've had a problem with sweating, underarm sweating. I've had to adjust my wardrobe to be predominantly black so that you couldn't see the sweat stains. I've even considered getting Botox. It's just always been an issue. I'll be very transparent. It's not something I like love to talk about, but when you are 40 years old, you've been dealing with this since you were a teenager and you can't even lift your arms during a work day because you're afraid that there's a stain. You go through white shirts like crazy. You just cannot. It's a terrible, terrible situation. Something I've dealt with and almost got Botox under my armpits until I found somebody gifted me this product. Let me get it up for you. They they gave me this product. I had this product, to be absolutely truthful and fair. I had this product in my closet for over a year and a half before I decided to give it a go. I I've used Schmidt's, I've used Native, I have used every single one that you could think of. That other popular one, I have it in there. Lumi, used it, doesn't work. All of them, none of them work. This is called Home Body Feel Goods. The website is homebodyfeelgoods.com. I am talking about the lavender natural deodorant. It comes in a tin foil, not a tin foil, but like a stainless steel little can there. You'll see it. You just take a little, like I would say dime size amount, a ball, you rub it under your armpits. What it does is it stops the yeast or the bacteria that's growing under your armpits. For the first time, I can wear light colored clothing, light colored shirts. I'm not sweating through them. There is no odor whatsoever. It is a life changer. I had somebody else at work use it. She cannot believe it. It is an unbelievable product. I 100% stand by it. I'm not getting paid to say this. This product works. So if you're a sweater, if you're going through menopause and you're tired of nothing working, I'm telling you right now, please go try this out. It will not break the bank. This little tin can easily last you a couple months, and it's like $17. So it's an absolute no-brainer. So I just wanted to say that this is a small business. And so, yeah, thank you very much.
And what's the name of it again?
Wouldn't you know, I'm trying to look for it right now, buddy.
Oh,
Oh no, I think it's
when you said
called.
it lasts you a couple of months, I was like, wow.
Yeah, homebodyfeelgoods.com.
Homebodyfeelgoods.com.
Home body. I'm just making sure. Field goods. We're terrible. I'm terrible. Homebodyfieldgoods.com.
Is it feel as in FEEL or FIELD?
You got it. FIELD. Homebodyfieldgoods.com. It's amazing. And it really gets to the root of the evil under those pits. So thank you for giving me that plug for for this company. The owner, I just bought two more. I'm gonna just go buy more because I cannot live without it. I won't live without it ever again. I'm gonna try a couple more products. I don't have to use aluminum. I'm in premenopause, perimenopause, whatever you want to call it, Shabba. I'm struggling. How are you? Let's get off.
Oh boy, buddy. Real quick
Yeah.
before we wrap this up, because
Yeah,
I'm
of
intrigued
course.
by this.
Yeah,
So
tell
is
me.
it a regular deodorant that you put on? Is it like a roller? Is it a spray?
Yeah, so it's almost like a clay, right? It's like a clay. So I take it in my hand. It's almost like I roll it into like a little ball. And once it starts going under your armpit, it like dissolves under there. And then you just leave it and then you can just wipe your hands off because it's all natural products. So I just massage it into each under armpit before. And then I just realized I bought a spray, aluminum free. That's my goal here. Aluminum free spray because it's hard to roll on this after you this on. So a spray would be the most ideal. I'm using this like it's just like Dove aluminum free whole body spray just to stop a little bit of the excessive sweating, that excess sweat I should say that might come from it. But again, the other 2 days it was almost 80 degrees in Hartford. I was in and out all day and I didn't have any sweat stains. It's unbelievable.
That's actually pretty impressive.
I I feel so strange giving a company but I have to because it's a small business and because this has been such a huge issue of mine. I remember in fourth grade having issues. I remember in third grade, I remember all the way up having issues, like my whole life being nervous, concerned that people would notice it, point it out, things like that.
No, but I think that's great that you gave them a quick plug, especially if it's a product that you've been using, people need to know. And with summer coming up, I think that's super helpful because I know that I swear by deodorant during the well, every day, but especially during the summer, I was like every day.
Every day.
All right, especially during the summer when you're super busy and active and outside, and you want to make sure that you're staying fresh and clean and stuff. So I'm here for it. I'd be more than willing to try it. So I will have to order some myself.
Heck yeah, girl. Heck yeah. I can even give you a sample. Yeah.
Of the deodorant clay.
It's like
That sounds
deodorant clay.
amazing.
It's so amazing. It's so amazing. And just to finalize anything that I necessarily had to say to the audience, ways to support us. This comes up a lot. People are always like, how can we keep supporting you? First of all, if you have, say, 10 minutes, if you could write us a review on Apple, that would be amazing. If you wanted to buy a piece of merch, it definitely helps us to keep going. The software that we use is not free. The technology to host is not free. So that's a great way, but we don't expect it. I know times are tough. So writing a review on Apple, telling your friends, please continue listening. If you love Lala's story, I can tell you right now, she's already got something else. We already have another mini micro series that we're working on together to bring to you. And she's going to be like a producer of that. And so that's going to be more a male dominant perspective. Women, you're going to love this. We're just finalizing that up now. I also have a Rodney Norman. He's a comedian. We've reached out to him before about going on the podcast. Look him up. You probably already know him. He actually lives in our area and he's like a global wide comedian. Most all of you know him. He has said he would be happy to be on the podcast and we're going to bring him. The Ghost Hunters, they have said yes, they're going to be on the podcast. That's going to be freaking wild. So giddy up, get your popcorn, get your wine. You're not going to want to miss us. Promise you.
Stay tuned.
Bam. Because me and Shabba, we're just getting started. Boom.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Let's
Anyways, thank you all so
go.
much for the support and love.
Yeah.
And we're going to let Shabba chill. Shabba, we'll just talk quick after this. You guys, love you. TwoTalkingFools.com. Continue to download, listen, tell your friends. If you know somebody or you are somebody who has a story, it does not necessarily need to be about incarceration. It can be a story about anything, something that we should know, something we can educate people on. We want you on the podcast. TwoTalkingFools@gmail.com. Love.